making sure your equipment works. That was one failure that I had that night, is that we didn't have a chance really to zero in our IRs, our at peels, our infrared lasers that we had on our weapon systems.
Mhm.
So when I took the first shot at about, it was about 50 meters. You could still see when you have nods on, guys. You can see the strike of the round. If you miss, you can see the round fragments, pops. And I remember I was right on it with my laser, and it hit, and my bullet was a 10 meters off. It was off
Oh, wow.
about. I was like, shit. Well, note to self: check your stupid equipment, Ranger. Oh my god! I mean, come on, man. And
Yeah.
luckily for me, you're able to Kentucky windage, and I just Kentucky windaged it, and then I just kept shooting, and then eventually, I was like, screw it, I'll just turn it off, because they were getting so close that I could just see them with my because we had the EOTechs with night vision on them, and I
Yeah.
would just tag them, and then get my night vision, and my EOTech was on. So but to your guys, check your equipment, make sure it works before you get into it. And that's that's coming from somebody that had been already deploying for 10, 11 years, 10 years at that point. And I still, I got lazy. I took stuff for granted. I'll be honest with you. I got lazy, and we didn't have a range to do it. So it really didn't have an easy place to go. We had to drive out in the desert to do it. But I relied on my equipment, and it didn't fail me. I failed it. But in the meantime, though, luckily, because of doing this for a long period of time, and being around, knowing how to handle my weapon system, and being able to adjust fire, I was able to adjust fire and make the hits. But that is a note to self, and that's a note to people. Make sure your equipment works. People go out and buy these great guns, great knives, great everything. But then when they have to employ them, I see them in training ranges, they don't know how to employ them, or they don't know how to use them. And you always got to know your equipment.